everybody, it's time to LOL. Listen out loud, that is. It's time for Anime Jam Session with DJ Ranma S, Mako-chan, and Ari Rockefeller.
I cannot wait till I redo the whole Twitch layout, and I'm not heavily dependent on VLC connecting to OBS so you can see the videos. That's why you didn't see anything like our not our paid sponsor spots per se, but the intro videos. I like to show that. It didn't show, but because for some reason OBS could not see VLC, but it is what it is, and I will take care of it in the post edit. It's been a day. Thank you. Skype update, whatever. Anywho, we're here. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Anime Jam Session, episode number 539. We are that podcast that talks about anime, games, conventions, fandom, geek stuff, and everything in between. I'm DJ Ranma S.
I'm Ari Rockefeller.
And I am an asshole.
What did you do?
I was wondering what dropped.
Yeah, that was my... I'm fixin'. Hush, hush.
Nobody is saying... Hey, nobody is saying nothing wrong,
No, the box is really, really damaged on this.
Oh.
So it doesn't like to stay upright.
You know what? That reminds me.
All better now.
See, that reminds me of one of my figurines. I have a Love Hina figurine of Mutsumi that I thought was Naru, but when I bought it, I didn't realize. But it's too late now. The box is so disheveled; it just lays on its back because if I turn it right side up, it's gonna fall over. And Bonds006 says, "Damn, I thought you were going to say we are here, we are queer, and not going anywhere." See, you have to understand something. I'm literally the straight guy on the show. I would say, the rotation of the guest hosts, they're more likely to say that if they chose to. I would never say that, so And besides, I think if I did, I think Mako would just fire a pebble at my skull.
Why?
I don't know, it's not my place to say that.
Why?
Are we going to go through this?
Why?
Oh. No, let's not. Come on now. Yes. And there is hype for Zenkai-Con coming up, If you heard the pre-show, it was by Voca Panda. She did an amazing cover of the Tenchi Muyo TV theme. I played it because Debbie Dewberry is going to be there. Y'all know her as the voice of Jimmy Neutron. We know her as the voice of Ryohoki, so, it's going to be hype, so... And as Sia Dabiri says, much of the Xena canon has a problem with trying to be straight.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, it's not like he said proton cannon, Kidding, they barely pretend. Sia Dabiri, let me tell you something. When I watched Sailor Moon and got into S, I knew Haruka and Michiru were lesbians, but as I'm watching S, I'm just like, I don't see it. Maybe because I've been around so many LGBT people, it's just normal to me. So I just
I had the opposite effect.
See,
because as soon as they started calling them cousins and didn't edit any of the
no. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when I watched the original subtitled. I ain't worried about that. No, I didn't see it. Now when I started watching Stars, I was like, oh, that's pretty fucking obvious,
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, Ari, as you were saying,
I said it was kind of the opposite for me because I saw it immediately as soon as they, they shoehorned the Cousins lines in and didn't change any of the visuals.
Yeah, I mean, you had...
But that's notorious in the Sailor Moon fandom, so
and people
I'm not saying anything new, sorry.
No, and you're right, and people are still pissed about that to this day. Again, sacrifices were made to get it on TV. If those sacrifices were not made, I don't even think Sailor Moon would have made that much of an impact in the U.S., and I doubt it would have been picked up. And if it was...
Let's just say the sacrifice was rejected by the volcano god, and we got about 15 years of pestilence and plague.
Fair enough. Anywho, let's get on with things now. Making sure everything's recording, which is great. That's recording. That's all good, said, fun, and dandy. So we are live tonight, week of March 22nd, 2022, right here on Twitch TV. You can find us here live Tuesdays from 9 to 10:30 Eastern Daylight Time, which could be a permanent thing. Let's just hope and pray. You can always find us here at Twitch TV/Anime Jam Session with future programming coming. Still working on that. And don't forget, we're also part of the Voice of Geeks Network. You can find out more information about them and everything that they work with at vognetwork.com. And they're also on Twitch. You can find them at Twitch TV/VogNetwork. They kick things off on Sundays with the Bobby Blackwolf Show at 8, followed by Orange Lounge Radio at 9. And Discord, you can find us there too at vognetwork.com/Discord. Every show that's a part of Voice of Geeks Network has their own channel, so come through, hang out, have a good time. So now we got that out the way, we're going to go around the room, ask everybody how was their week, how was their day. Ari.
I apologize for being away the past couple weeks. You know,
good.
Work had me all sorts of screwed up. Like last week, I was even on overnight shifts 5 days in a row, and that was fun. Nothing like, driving home and, trying not to fall asleep at the wheel and nearly hitting somebody just because you had to work overnight. And throwing some overtime with that, which I pretty much got press ganged into. And let's just say I was very grateful for this week vacation I had.
Yeah, the things we put our bodies through for OT to pay off the bills so we don't be that broke. The only thing I worry about on Tuesdays is like getting a call within the next 15 minutes before getting a call 5:45, and it's something I can't fix in 15 minutes, and I'm just like, fuck, this is going into my dinner hour, but please continue.
But the where was I? Oh yeah, but it's just been getting ready for Zenkai Con coming up. And, looking forward to that, obviously. You'll finally get to see the car for the first time.
What did you name it?
Bottomless Inkwell. Kind of like in the same naming convention as an F-Zero machine.
I thought, for some reason, I was thinking like White Knight or White Light or something like that.
Nah. But, I also went and saw my aunt and uncle today, which I hadn't seen since, before plague times hit.
Oh, that's nice.
And they were very glad to see me. And Tuesday is my I'll have to work that day, but hey, at least I'm getting my third check in the month, so no deductions.
Yeah, that reminds me. I actually called my grandparents like Saturday for a few minutes or Sunday over the weekend, and I'll get into that. So yeah. Mako-chan, how was your week? How was your day?
Well, not bad. We tore up some of the flooring. So this is actually the last big project that we had planned for the house. And the new flooring is about halfway down right now. It's just in the kitchen and the dining room. Should hopefully be finished by this weekend. And then we can move everything back in there. And once that is done, again, that's the big main things that we were working on. And then we'll wait for the weather to get a little bit warmer and start working on the sunroom and cleaning up outside and all of that fun stuff. So hopefully by the end of this coming weekend, we'll have, most of the main areas of the house set. And then I just have to start getting ready for everybody invading the house for my pancake party.
Yeah,
I bought a griddle for my pancake party.
Nice.
Now, is it a themed griddle?
No,
Okay.
it's I actually got a legit, copper griddle, non-stick. It supposedly holds like 10 pancakes or 10 burgers. So it's a big boy griddle.
Okay.
And I'm excited. I have already started planning what kinds of pancakes I will be doing, and the various toppings and fillings and all of that fun stuff.
And now I just keep hearing that one alert from Michelle Knott's stream about delicious pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's going to be an interesting party.
Yeah. So it is a, housewarming / thank you for helping me move party. So there will be pancakes and there will be fillings, and then hopefully I will have the bar set up by then. I should. I have everything separated to put on the bar. I just have to clean the sunroom enough to be able to set the bar up.
Sounds good.
I'm excited.
So my weekend day is basically more or less the same, work and so forth. Work is, I'm not saying work is getting mind numbing, but more work is like more tickets are coming in because of the other company we acquired, so. I started packing everything, and if you see where the Amazon box is, everything underneath it is going into the suitcase. It's kind of hidden underneath that. And for those who are wondering, and if you saw, I don't think I posted this on my socials outside of my personal Facebook, but I mentioned something about a top hat. There's a top hat in the box, so there's that. Now I got to figure out, I have 3 boxes, Amazon boxes, so that's got to go into probably a duffel bag and then make my way. And I'm checking the weather, and it's supposed to rain on Thursday, which means, yeah, I'm going to have to take a lift to the subway station. Not the one right by me. I'm like, if I'm going to spend that type of money, I'm going at least as far down as I can, short of the subway going underground, and I don't have to pay like $25. So everything is set. So for the most part, yeah, that's been my weekend day. So things are good. Okay, coming up is we got some housekeeping notes here. Don't forget, every episode of Anime Jam Session, going back to last year, well, most of them, are available on YouTube after, right away. Episodes will generally go up Thursdays if I don't forget. So if you don't see it by Thursday, you'll definitely see it at least by Monday. I think last week's episode went up Sunday or something like that. I don't remember. I mean, I had the time here to knock out all the edits, but it's like, you know what? I'm going to take a little breathe and go do something else, and I totally forget. And then I come home Wednesday, I'm like, I got to go do something, Also, I think I mentioned I'm kind of weaning myself on a diet. And I say weaning, I mean, I'm introducing this food into my normal eating habits. I think I mentioned it before. Huel. It's a plant-based protein diet. Rice, quinoa. I think it's vegan pasta and stuff like that. And I've been eating it, and I've been trying to eat that instead of my normal dinner. And I have to say, it's really good. I mean, I got green curry, mac and cheese, and Mexican chili. And when you eat it, you could tell the taste is slightly different, but it's not an off-putting taste. It's still good, but it's not like the normal mac and cheese that you eat. But I will say, the 2 scoops that you do take for the meal is filling. I have found myself going back, grabbing a third cup, and like having it like as a late night snack or something, because it's like I can eat. But my main goal with that is to eat that have at least 5 servings of that a week to help along with my going to the trainer once a week, just trying to bring this down, because my main goal, I would like by the summer to be down at least 10 pounds. We'll just see how it goes. And if I'm not down by 10 pounds, at least this kind of looks less and it's more muscle. We'll just see how it rolls. And see the Berry goes, now I'm thinking of the Razor Bread 2 Scoops commercials. Well, if you look at the bag, if you think about the Huel bag, you think about it, it's kind of plausible. It kind of is. Oh, man. All right. All right, next up is Geek Roundtable. This is where we talk about the nerdier aspects of our week. So take it away, Ari.
Well, I was looking for something to show off, and I just realized, oh yeah, I forgot to show this. A friend of mine got it for me for my 40th birthday, and
nice.
It's a mug shaped like Jonier. It even has I got to be careful with this because I don't want to break this, because I just took it out of the box like 5 minutes ago, and I haven't drank out of it yet. Maybe I should wash it, but obviously I don't want to put this thing in the dishwasher.
No.
It says right on there, hand wash only.
Yeah.
But yeah, like my other group of local friends, I get compared to either Thor or Vikings or the like quite often. It goes back to when I still had the really long hair.
Gotcha.
Which will be coming back eventually.
Nice. See, I can see myself like using it as a coffee mug, and then the one day I pour tea in it, I can't lift the mug because I'm no longer worthy because there's tea in the mug, not coffee.
And you've been deemed not worthy.
Yes. All right, Mako-chan.
What?
I didn't say anything.
So I'm showing off things that show that my obsessions do not fall just under supernatural. So now we go on to Xena, and I absolutely love Xena. The series was one of my favorites growing up. So here is my Amazon Gabrielle doll. There were a couple of different dolls in this series. A couple of, I believe, I know that there was an Aries, which I really wish I could find, just because, Kevin Smith is no longer with us.
Yeah. And
he played Aries. There is a Xena. I do have the Xena. I will be showing her off the next time I'm on. And then, there was another, there was a 6-inch figure series as well that had Xena and Callisto and some of the other gods and things like that. But I really like this because Gabrielle is one of my favorite characters. She, didn't want to... She didn't want to fight. She was always for peace and had Xena as her champion in the Amazons, but learned throughout the series that she did eventually have to, stand up for herself. And yes, the series is totally gay. But yeah, I mean,
it's not a bad thing, obviously.
No, not at all. It's I really enjoy the series, the characters, the characterizations, the actors. They did a really, really good job. Yes, I'm also a fan of Hercules, even though Kevin Sorbo is batshit insane now.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I've always been into Greek mythology, so, being able to sit down and watch this for, an hour, 2 hours, depending on, when Hercules was still running, before they canceled Hercules. They got really weird in these frickin' episodes. The meta episodes were hilarious. But yeah, I even somewhere, I don't know where it is right now, it is still packed. I even have the VHS of the animated movie.
Oh yeah, I remember that
they made.
I remember that.
Yeah. And Lucy Lawless has an amazing voice. That is her singing.
I mean, she was in the musical Grease, so...
Yes, she did Rizzo.
Yep.
So here is Gabrielle, and I will have, as I said, I will have Xena the next time I'm on. This figure set is, again, when KB Toys went out of business and started selling everything really, really cheap, I went a little bit crazy and bought a crap ton of stuff, including my Xena dolls. So this was from KB Toys on sale for $6.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. And you know what the thing is? I was also a big fan of Hercules and Xena, and I never noticed the whole sapphic thing. I just like the fact that it was a woman whooping everybody's ass, you know, with a sword and a shock ring. You know, I just thought that was like the coolest shit ever. So, you know. And she basically took no shit and was tired of everybody's shit. So, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to, let's see. So, from what I'm seeing, the set of Xena and Gabrielle are going for about $70 online
That's not
for
bad.
both of them combined.
That ain't bad.
But yeah, I'm looking. There are actually quite a few of the larger versions, the 12-inch, that I didn't realize they made.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just found a Callisto one. Ooh, that's all of them. $150 for all of them.
See, now here's
How many of them altogether?
Altogether, the 12-inch, there are 10.
See, here's my thing. I mean, it's one thing if a collector is saying that's the value, but then when you see it on eBay, you're like, is it really? Like, for example, the Yohane figure that I paid $150 for, it's going anywhere between $250 and $400 on eBay, and I'm just like, there's no way in hell I could flip that for $400 easily. I mean, if they were all going for $5 and I go $4, then yes. I have a Minako Aino Mega House figurine in my display case. I paid $65 for. No. Figure Arts Super Sailor Venus that I paid $65 for. It's going for $250. I'm just like, unless I see them all going within like a $230 to $250, I'm not buying that. I don't believe that price. And besides,
Yeah, I mean, your eBay pricing is basically just what people will buy.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, if
what they will
I was going to flip it for that, first, if I was going to flip it for that, I would not have taken it out the box. It would still be in the box, sealed, and I would get that shit certified. I do have a couple of figurines still in boxes, and it's not because I'm holding them for collector's value, well, except for one of them, the Sailor Moon figure art. But they're just because I wanted a doubles of them because I have one on display, or I'm running out of room, as you can see. So, for my Geek Roundtable, while I was putting everything together, I moved all of my figurines back there. Now you can kind of see all of them because I was running out of space over here, behind the shirt here. And I put up my extension to the bookcase, which I found out is not compatible with that bookcase, so I had to drill holes in it. But since it's like plyboard, it wasn't that big of a deal. So it's not in there fully, but it's there. And you know how like Rip Tees and all of them, they have like the awesome t-shirt a day deals and stuff like that. And if you remember a while back, there was like a cyberpunk Usagi t-shirt. As much as I wanted it, I was like, no, this artist is going to do all of the Senshi. I'll wait for the Venus. Well,
Did Venus ever come?
no, but he did Velma.
Oh, wait, that's the same. That's the same guy that made the Misty Rave T-shirt I have. Same kind of style.
Probably so.
Yeah.
And yes, I will be repping this shirt this weekend at Zenkai. So after the show, I'm going to be hanging this up, air dry, and then pack it up and wear it probably Thursday. So, you know, I'm like,
I'll be sure to bring mine as well.
Yeah, I had to get to get a decent shirt I had to get a decent shirt with my wife, with one of my many waifus on it. All right, before we continue on, Mako, which one of your husbandos would you get on a shirt?
There are so many.
I know.
Oh, I mean, it would really depend. I mean, I don't know. There are so many. All of them?
Pick 3.
Oh God. I don't know. You can't pull this shit. I have to think about that. Like, I have so many husbandos, and you're asking me to whittle that down to 3. I mean, that's quite impossible.
All right. Why don't I just make it easy for you? I have a pretty good idea. If not your top 3 that you'd consider.
Okay.
Jay, Silent Bob, Duo Maxwell.
Technically, I already have a shirt that has Jay and Silent Bob on it. It is signed by Kevin Smith. I still have to get Jason Mewes to sign it. So, I mean, technically I have one, but I'm no longer able to wear it. Duo Maxwell, I would definitely rock a shirt with Duo Maxwell on it. I technically already have Supernatural shirts, so I technically have those Husbando series shirts. Yeah, I would go Duo Maxwell. I would go Tenchi if we're gonna go old school. So Duo, Tenchi, and well, no, technically I already have my husbando from DBZ.
Vegeta.
No, Gohan.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go video game, and I'm gonna say Vincent Valentine.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so we'll go with some of the OG husbandos.
Fair enough. And that reminds me, I actually pulled out my Tenchi cosplay and put it on. I could get away with it, but it needs to be at least 6 inches longer so it goes over my tush. But you know.
Yeah, I have to redo Washu.
Enough about that. Let's get into tonight's topics. And let's kick things off with Toonami turning 25 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And I just realized I forgot to do the rest of housekeeping. I'll take care of that at the end of the broadcast. So, you know. So, here's the thing. Toonami is 25 years old. And I remember Sunny Straight made a mention about that, because for those of you who don't remember Sunny Straight, who is not just the voice of Krillin from Dragon Ball Z, he was the original voice of Tom the Robot. Then, what's his name from Cowboy Bebop took over. Why can't I recall his name right now? It's absolutely
Stephen J. Bloom.
Thank you, Steve Bloom. Yep. And now, Toonami, for celebrating their 25 years, they're going to give us something I don't think anybody really asked for, because I sure as hell did not. We're getting 2 more seasons of Footy Cootie. You would think after the reception, the ratings, and the sales of alternative and progressive, they would have realized, like, maybe this is not such a good idea. But according to Variety, the new entries in the series will be called Footy Cootie Grunge and Footy Cootie Shugaze. And what the fuck?
Shoegaze.
What is shoegaze?
Lots of reverb, lots of mumbling, lots of, like, post-grunge stuff.
So basically, it's EDM meets mumble rap.
But in a good way.
But mumble rap is never a good thing. Okay. So.
Oh, here we go. It's a subgenre of Indian alt-rock characterized by its ethereal mixture of obscured vocals, guitar distortion effects, feedback, and overwhelming volume.
Oh God!
And it gets its name from the musicians, just like, singing and playing their instruments, just looking down at their shoes.
Oh God! I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
So, original Beck.
I'm done. Good night. See you next week.
Nice.
I don't like Beck. I'm just not a fan. I mean, I think if you said, what's that group I truly cannot stand? Dave Matthews. Then I probably would have fired off a surface-to-air missile. I hate Dave Matthews. But anyway, let's get back.
Yeah, so My Bloody Valentine, Slow Drive, Ride, Lush, Chapter House, Dinosaur Jr. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
I could probably tolerate My Bloody Valentine, but still. So, we got shoegaze and grunge. Grunge will be directed by Hitoshi Tokyo and animated at Mont Blanc Pictures, coming out in 2023. And if you go on Adult Swim's YouTube page, there is a trailer below. Shoegaze is directed by Yutaka Uemura and is going to be animated by Production ID and Nut, working collaboration together. But we don't know when that is coming out. We might see that much later in 2023. The second franchise getting featured is Housing Complex C, which centers around Kimi, who lives in a small, low-cost housing complex located in the seaside town of Kurosaki. The series will be directed by Yuji Nada, with script and original concept by Amphibian. The animation studio is Akatsuki. All of the above is being executive produced by Jason DeMarco and Production IG's Maki Terashima Furuta, both whom were previously worked on previous Furikuri projects, progressive and alternative. And I can tell you this now, people are not happy with the animation style of grunge. I mean, the best way I can describe the animation quality of grunge, if you remember the Esurance, Aaron Esurance, those commercials.
Yeah.
There you go. It's that animation style. I don't know. You would think that Adult Swim would have learned their lesson when they realized their original programming was getting shit tier ratings compared to anime.
Yeah, because, some of it was just, insufferable.
I mean, look, Big O season 2. I enjoyed it. The whole collective, not so much. You would have think that, I'd be all for season 3 of Big O. And,
me too.
And Bonzo06 says, wow, no love for Dave. I'll just say this once, and then we're going to move on to the next story. Really bad relationship. She played nothing but Dave Matthews. You do the math. Yeah.
Oof,
I
association.
Yeah, I won't know. Anywho, moving right along. We talked about last week about the hack that was hit by Toei Animation. Well, here's some fallout from that. Mako, take it away.
Yeah, so we did hear about some other works that are going to be postponed due to the hack at Toei. So the upcoming Dragon Ball Super film, they announced this past week that Dragon Ball Super Superhero, which was slated to open in Japan on April 22nd and then early summer in North America, now has no current release date. This again is due to the March 6th hack on the animation studio, which forced it to shut down many of its internal systems. In a statement, it says, as it was previously announced, Toei Animation, the production company of the movie Dragon Ball Superhero, which was scheduled to be released nationwide on April 22nd inside Japan, experienced unauthorized access to its network by a third party, making it difficult to produce the movie. As a result, we have no choice but to postpone the release of the film. We apologize to all those who have been looking forward to the release of the film. We will announce the new release date in the near future. Thank you for your understanding. The statement then goes on to say that advance tickets for the film that are currently on sale in Japan, including the supersized ones, will still be valid for the film's Japanese release, whenever that is. So they, again, going back to what was said, they revealed March 7th that they had found their internal systems compromised. Due to the hack, and to combat the hack, the studio shut down any connection into the internal system from outside the company. They closed down their online shop and had to temporarily close down those same internal systems while investigations were ongoing. Unfortunately, that caused many of their ongoing TV anime series, including One Piece, Digimon, Dragon Quest, and others, to basically be postponed for the foreseeable future due to the hack. And as of right now, or at least they have not announced what exactly happened, how it happened, or anything like that.
I wonder if they're gonna go back and make like changes to the film in case like a copy of it got pulled in the hack.
I don't know. I mean, from what I'm understanding, it's not the film itself per se.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably certain, I guess, certain images. You know, and just knowing how animated movies are done, it basically, there are a bunch of people that work on it, and one person may have to do, a 1 minute shot of the movie, and that could take, up to a year to do that 1 to 2 minutes, just because they have to integrate the scene before it. They have to integrate the scene after it. It all has to mesh well together. And then they have to do the full digital of their 1 to 2 minute scene themselves. So my guess is it's not the full film that might have been looked at or copied or anything like that. It was probably, just bits and pieces and scenes like that. They probably haven't even actually fully digitalized the film together at this point.
Okay.
Just knowing how slow these companies work and how right up to the minute they do things. So it's probably not the full movie. It's the same with the animated episodes. They probably got certain scenes, if that's even what they did. Being that it's an internal attack, it could have been going towards anything. The fact that they shut down their shop and all of that shows that not necessarily they were after, the animation or anything like that, but just screwing around with the coding, which could be screwing around with everything else.
Right. Well, and usually when hacks like that happen, they get posted somewhere, and leaks are coming out of it. I haven't heard anything in regards to it, so either they're keeping it on lockdown, or maybe this was a publicity stunt to buy time. I don't know.
It's possible, but I can't see them shutting down their store. If it was a publicity stunt.
Oh, definitely not.
Because, that's just adding to the money that they're not pulling in then.
True. All right, now we're going to go from Dragon Ball to collecting them all in Pokemon.
Yes. The Pokemon fossil exhibit opened in the National Museum of Nature and Science in Tokyo on Tuesday and will run until June 19th. The theme is extinct organisms and Pokemon, and its aim is to encourage kids to study paleontology. Pokemon's franchise official Japanese Twitter account showed a video preview of the exhibit, highlighting the adorable Explorer Pikachu and the Pokemon skeleton replicas. Pikachu mascot showed up as a special guest at the exhibit's unveiling ceremony on Monday, and the Internet Museum office captured a moment on film, which you can see through their various tweets. The museum will display illustrations of the game's fossil Pokemon alongside images and information about the extinct creatures that inspired them. Also be sure to look out for large-scale models of a Tyrantum and Bastiodon skeletons. It costs 1,200 yen for a ticket, which is about $10, and you have to book through advance. Yeah, this does actually look pretty fun. Paleontology lesson aside.
Yeah, these are really cool looking. You know, not for nothing, if they sold model kits like this, I'd probably buy one.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, you know, I don't, like, if I was to get, like, a fossil kit of a Pokemon, I think I'd probably have to get Fennekin. It was one of my favorites. What about you, Mako?
Well, if it's a fossil kit, I would probably want a fossil kit of one of the actual fossil Pokemon.
Fair, but I'm just saying if there wasn't one, like if there was one of any Pokemon that was available, you know.
I mean, if they're doing, you know, just like a kit of the bones or something like that.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I wouldn't mind Cubone.
Fair, I can see that.
Oh boy, the skull within a skull. Lovely.
Yeah. No, I've seen people do art of like Mew where half of it is a skeleton and Cubone where half of it is a skeleton. I've seen tattoos like that. So I don't think I would mind something like that. I think if it was any of the Pokemon that, like, I don't know that I could look at the skeleton of Eevee. I think I would be too disturbed for something like that. So yeah, I think I would have to go with Cubone or, you know, something that would look badass as a skeleton.
I want that Tyrantum.
Nice.
Yeah, no question about that.
Yeah, I mean, if I was actually going to go for one of the actual fossil Pokemon, I would go Aerodactyl.
Fair. I can see that. Now we move from Pokemon to Netflix making more announcements, and some people weren't too thrilled to hear about this because they're going to bring us Tekken the anime. I guess after the motion picture, which not many people really enjoyed, Netflix is going to take another crack at it. Well, I'll say this.
There were a couple. I'll let you talk about it first.
Yeah,
Never mind.
I'll say this much. Netflix may be back and forth on their live action. I'm a little salty that they canceled the Babysitter's Club because even though it got the ratings, the algorithm says otherwise. Fuck your algorithms. But they're pretty much on point when it comes to their anime features and so forth. I mean, look, Eden Zero's getting a season 2, and I am so hyped about that. That anime is so good. So here it is. So the new anime series is coming out later this year, and if you go on their Twitter page, you can see the poster for it, which is really cool looking. And on their YouTube page, the trailer is up, and I watched it, and it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it for what it is because I don't know the full lore behind Tekken, except for the fact that Namco pulled in Akuma and Geese Howard and fleshed out the storyline, and it's like,
Akuma was part of the storyline. Geese, Negan, and the others, they're just guest characters. They're just for like playing in the arcade and versus modes.
I thought Geese was part of a storyline. Okay.
No.
I mean, it would have been fun to see him going, like, the king of Southtown going up against Hayachi for, like, power or something like that. Like, fuck your Southtown.
There's actually a death battle about that exact same scenario.
Ah, okay. All right. I can definitely get into that. So, basically... go on.
Like, the Tekken films, they've been just generally terrible.
Yeah, wasn't...
Like Blood Vengeance, the CGI one, was just awful.
The
live-action English Tekken movie was bad. And we don't talk about Tekken the Motion Picture and its stabbing westward-riddled soundtrack.
I see your Tekken live-action movie, and I raise you Dead or Alive.
Yeah, but nobody in Dead or Alive... but in Dead or Alive, nobody had a tomahawk thrown at them, and they ate it as they caught it in their mouth.
True, but then there's the King of Fighters movie.
We don't talk about that either.
The prosecution rests! And not for nothing, I actually have Dead or Alive. It's one of my guilty pleasure films just for Devon Aoki. I'm sorry. I really liked her in Sin City and Debs. Oh, hey. But
how the hell is it that Street Fighter the Motion Picture is still the high water mark for live-action fighting game movies?
Because it gets a bit of a pass because of Raul Julia.
Yeah, that's true.
That and Kyle Hebert's roast of Street Fighter the movie.
I did not see that.
Yeah, he for anime cons during the 2010s, he would go and do a panel called the roast of Street Fighter the movie.
Yeah, he roasted that and the Dragon Ball movie.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot the Dragon Ball movie, but it's rightfully so because he is the voice of Gohan and Ryu, so it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically, the plot goes like this. Power is everything. Jin Kazama learned the family self-defense arts, Kazama-style traditional martial arts, from his mother at an early age. Even so, he was powerless when a monstrous evil suddenly appeared, destroying everything dear to him, changing his life forever. Angry at himself for being unable to stop it, Jin vowed revenge and sought absolute power to exact it. His quest will lead to the ultimate battle on a global stage, the King of the Iron Fist tournament.
They left out the part where a Heihachi tried to kill Jin by putting a bullet in his head, like point blank, and it didn't kill him.
But doesn't kill you, makes you stronger.
No, he has the Devil Gene to thank for saving him.
Well, that too.
Basically, the Mishimas are one of the most fucked up families in pop culture.
The Mishimas, the Saltomes, the Tuckers, yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of fucked up anime families out there, you know. The Jaegers, you know, yeah.
Yeah, the Britannian royal family.
We do not mention that god-awful anime.
Okay, then.
Clamp missed that one by a mile. Anywho, let's talk about what's going on with one of the Gundam Café locations, huh?
Yeah, a new store to be renamed as Tamashii Nations Tokyo. Tamashii Nations figure brand announced on Thursday its physical Tamashii Nations Tokyo store will move locations on June 23rd. The retail store will move from its previous location at the Hooligan New Akihabara building in the Akihabara district to the now closed Gundam Tokyo Cafe brand core, right next to the Akihabara train station. The move will increase the store's floor space 3 times over, allowing more room for product display and the ability to host events. It's the brand's first directly managed store, opened in April 2009. The Gundam Café opened its first shop, later called Gundam Tokyo Cafe Brancore, in Akihabara in 2010. The flagship extended in July 2020 by nearly 4 times its previous floor size to celebrate its 10th anniversary. And then it closed on January 30th earlier this year, because alongside 3 other Gundam Cafes. You can probably guess why.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, seeing all this Gundam stuff, Gundam or just giant mech fans in general aren't going to be satisfied until we get an actual, fully moving life-size, giant robot of our own. They'll be physically impossible to make and operate, but let's not let that stop them.
Have you forgot about the articles where we discussed that?
Yeah, but I was talking about one that's actually able to fly around, shoot things, etc., etc.
Fair enough. I mean, I did read an article off of CNET where some company actually created sort of like a flying suit similar to Iron Man. You're wearing these big things on your hand, But the whole thing about the Tamashii Nations store, it reminds me of and we've all seen this, where this place is a popular store, whatever, closes down for whatever reason. 6 months later, it becomes a Starbucks.
That sounds about right.
I mean, there was a Rite Aid not too far from where I lived. And I figured, they end up closing that because there's another one down that direction, and there's one further down in the other direction. And I had no clue what it was going to become. I figured, it would become like a Walgreens or a CVS, No, it became a supermarket. And I was like, in that little space. And I've been inside there. I was like, wow, there's a lot more space in here than I thought. Fair enough,
Yeah.
That
reminds me.
Yeah. Down.
Yeah, the new Magic said Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. It's based on cyberpunk and anime tropes and whatnot. Even they have giant mechs in them.
I might have to pick that up just to collect. But there was a big supermarket down where I used to live, and it sounds like the cats are getting into shit.
Yeah.
That supermarket closed. They somehow split it up and turned it into office space for rent. And I'm just like, really? You actually did that? And the 7-Eleven is gone, and I'm just like, what can you put in a 7-Eleven? Can you give us a Wawa? Can you give us a Quick Check? No, it's probably going to be something else that's like, really? Really? Ugh. Anywho. And Mako-chan, last story is on you, because I figured you'd really enjoy that.
Yeah, so everybody that deals with makeup, you know what Maybelline New York is. It is a makeup company. Well, it seems that they're coming out with a Pokemon Pikachu collection. And, oh, hello, child.
Which
You're
child?
back after destroying something in the living room.
Which child is it?
The newest one.
I guess she's making her point, her statement,
Yeah. So we have had collections with, or I should say collaborations with Peanuts and One Piece, Sailor Moon, and now we have Maybelline doing Pokemon Pikachu. Though the collection isn't bringing out anything new in terms of Maybelline products, having favorites from the brand with special Pikachu packaging is more than enough to get fans of Pokemon and makeup excited. So again, there's nothing that's actually going to be specific to, new colors or anything like that. It's all just branded with Pikachu on it. So again, it's a couple of mascaras, a couple of lip glosses, eyebrow colors, things like that. They are going to be about the same size. I mean, about the same price. Mascara will be going for about $10.92 in US dollars. The bad thing is that this is a Japan only, I guess, collaboration. The items are gradually being released, starting with a special online pre-sale event on the 25th. And that will be through Japan, Amazon, and Rakuten. On March 26th, you'll be able to find it at Plaza, Minipla, and Loft. And then on April 9th, they'll gradually become available at stores that sell Maybelline. Again, only in Japan and in limited quantities. So yeah, sadness, because I wouldn't mind some of the packaging, just because it is cute. But at the same time, I probably have most of these anyway.
Yeah, and the price gouging on them.
Yeah, I mean you're paying for the name and the brand and all of that. But people that are into collecting crap like that don't care.
That's true.
But it's sad that things like that are only coming out in Japan. I think that Pokemon is popular enough here that it would sell.
absolutely.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know some of the other collaborations that Maybelline and L'Oreal and things like that have sold really, really well in stores here. I know I had a bitch trying to find some of the colors for the Star Wars collection that came out a couple years back. So I think it would be something that people would actually go for if they actually were to bring it over here.
Now, who put out the Star Wars one?
I think Star Wars was Maybelline.
All right, because I kind of look at it this way. I'm thinking, well, Star Wars, everybody knows. And to them, not everybody knows Pikachu, even though how long has Pokemon been out here? But on the same...
I think the problem is that a lot of the Pokemon stuff in this country is still...
kids.
Put towards kids.
Yes.
Whereas in Japan, it's
all ages.
It's all ages.
But here's
meanwhile, everybody that's playing Pokemon Go that I know is my age. So.
Right. But I'm thinking, teenage girls buy makeup. Let's be real. We're at a point where teenage girls would wear anime themed makeup because a good half of them are going to conventions anyway. Just something I'm throwing out there. I mean, look at ColourPop. Look, I mean, granted, there have been issues with their makeup due to a couple of friends of mine who bought it, but still, when they put it out, it sells out. So you're like, maybe kind of sort of capitalize, or if you have to, have a little spin-off division that focuses just on fandoms and stuff like that, There is so much things you could do without really having your name connected to it, just to see if the project or the idea works, I bet right now I could make a post. I could share this article to my personal and ask, how many of y'all would buy this? I'd have at least 10 responses of yes without breaking a sweat. But enough about that. Let's continue along here, And as Slime Boy says, even Japan exclusive Starbucks stuff is cuter. Not fair. The sheer number of people that I know that stalk eBay and Yahoo Japan auctions for Japanese Starbucks stuff, okay? Maybe someone in their headquarters should go to a con and be like, I'm just saying. I mean, there are local restaurants, even franchise chains, stuff like that see anime conventions going on, and they jump in and participate, and they make money. Just saying. See, the Beery says boxed lunch can make a mint. Yeah, exactly. I mean, not for nothing. If Starbucks was to open up a pop-up shop in a convention where you can buy that type of merch and get coffee and stuff like that, and maybe they theme it after a particular anime, I guarantee you there'd be lines around the corner. I mean, if
You don't even
No
have to
question.
theme you don't even have to theme it after anything. If you brought the Sakura collection from Starbucks that is only in Japan and you brought it to the US and Starbucks set something up in a convention, that shit would sell out.
true.
Gone.
I'm just saying, kill two birds with one stone. I mean, maid cafes are popular enough. Starbucks cafe with pretty girls and cute. Okay. Everybody is happy. But we're going to move along and talk about interesting things that are happening in Japan. Meanwhile, in Japan.
So I guess I'll be taking the second one.
I'm taking the last one.
Oh, okay.
And
You
and
guys were so into that.
No, I'll explain why I took the last one, so when I get to it, so.
All right. So, man arrested for threatening SEGA 12 times.
Sega.
So this is just a short little blurb. The Tokyo Police Department arrested 54-year-old male office worker Akira Watanabe for sending 12 threatening emails to SEGA. Between January and February, the man sent emails from his mobile phone to the inquiry address of Sega Sammy Holdings saying that he would set fire to the company and kill employees. He confessed in an interrogation that he had sent these threats because he was frustrated that he lost in an online game. Sega had emergency meetings and strengthened security due to the threats.
All right, so let me get this straight. He sent those death threats because he lost an online game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look, listen.
All they had to do is just deploy Sagata Sanshiro once, and the death threats would have stopped after one.
Look, I think like in American culture, if you lose in an online game, you're going to bitch at the person you lost against and say some real outlandish stuff. And you're going to go to your social media and complain about it and complain to the game manufacturer saying, they've rigged this and all that. Japanese fans will threaten to burn the company. I got nothing on that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have no idea. None of the articles that I've, that this links to or links between or anything like that actually discusses what the freaking game was. So I have no idea.
I'm just surprised that the guy was employed.
That's true.
Wow. And from reading in the forums, they're saying it could have been a gacha game. I mean, yeah, those gacha games. No, those
I will say that I've played some of those games and gotten sincerely and completely pissed off because I know that the thing was rigged.
I'm just
and no matter what I did, no matter how I moved it or anything like that, it stayed and would not move, and it was rigged.
See, the Toriba games I'll play because I actually know people who won off of those, but I'll just play.
That's actually the one that I'm talking about. See, it was completely rigged, and I've won shit from them, but this one that I was trying to play was completely rigged.
Yeah, that sounds about right for them.
Mm-hmm. Next story.
Okay, let me bring it up. I'm losing track of the windows. A family hands in a lost wallet and gets surprise Pokemon anime sales in return.
Lucky!
Yeah. So a Twitter user by the name of Chagashi at TYAG53 and their family did around 20 years ago when they found a wallet while out on a trip together, ended up rewarding in ways they could never have imagined. And the family didn't expect anything in return. According to Japan's lost goods laws, owners are obliged to reward the finder with 5 to 20% of the value of the found item. Not everyone knows about this obligation. It's not something that's expected, so they were surprised when they received 2 presents from the wallet's mystery owner. Chagashi discovered that the cells come from Fly Me to the Moon, the episode 211 of the series, as indicated by the number 211 in the top left-hand corner. This places series is seen in the second episode in Pokemon Master Quest Season 5, which was broadcast in Japan on August 16th, 2001, and in the US on September 21st, 2002. When Chagashi's family received the cells, they would have been part of the most recent series, making them extremely valuable.
Wow.
Cells of Misty and Togepi on their own, without any background art, which is what these are, have been known to sell overseas for more than 155,000 yen. That's about $1,300. These feature not only Misty and Togepi, but Brock, Ash, and Pikachu as well. And there's one with Team Rocket. These would fetch a very high price at auction, but for a Pokemon fan like Chikashi, they're prized possessions. I mean, absolutely. Like those things would absolutely be in a frame on the wall.
Dude, I would drop up to $500 if I can get a Ranma and have cell. Nowadays, you can't get anime cells. The closest to that is called a screenshot.
Really? They can't? They don't...
Everything is computer now.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything is all computer. They really don't do hand animation anymore.
Still, this is an incredible boon.
I know. That's a family heirloom right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's right, Slime Boy. Using Cintiqs. Yep. Or any type of device with a screen like that. So, all right, and so our last story of the night is basically a crowdfunding is starting for pants that don't require underwear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pants that do not require underwear. I'm just saying, you really, technically, pants don't require them, but...
It's called free balling.
Yeah. But according to the article, these types of pants, if you wear them without underwear, it's just comfortable. So, basically, the company is called Totino Pants. This is the gap that they're trying to fill. Basically, balance the liberating feeling of going commando while retaining a certain degree of protection from the elements and the prying eyes. The revolutionary design and short pant technology allows both male and females to forego their undergarments and live free, if but for a time. It does this with a patented three-dimensional inner liner that is free of uncomfortable seams and similar to the kind found in swimming trunks, only with an emphasis on dry land and in water.
That was the first thing I was about to compare it to.
Mm-hmm. The basic principles are the same, however. The soft, dungaree fabric used inside the Totino pants help to promote breathability and absorbs moisture to keep the skin dry. Meanwhile, the outer layer is made of seersucker for a cozy feeling that can still pass for regular outdoor casual wear at a glance. It's a loose-fitting unisex design that fits from small to XL, and it comes in 5 dual outer-inner color schemes: blue-orange, brown-lavender, off-white beige, olive-yellow, and black-pink. Totino pants are currently being sold through the Japanese crowdfunding website Makuake for 8,800 yen, which translates to about $74. But there are occasional discount offers that appear, and if you pledge 17,600 yen, which is $148, you can get a matching short sleeve top. The crowdfunding campaign will continue until April 6th, after which orders will be sent out. Totino pants are highly functional with a loop for holding keys or hanging up after washing, as well as a small coin pocket with a flap and additional pocket big enough to hold a smartphone. Since a lack of smartphone-sized pockets is one of the reasons people aren't into jeans as much these days, it's sure to be a major selling point. Although intended for use around the home, with all the added features, there's no reason Totino pants can't be used for quick jaunts to the store or walking the dog. Just be careful not to use them too long, or it might become hard to go back to the shackles of conventional underwear, and that'll turn future meetings and social events into risky business. Well, yeah. Now, the reason why I took this article, when I saw this, I was reminded of that episode of Married with Children where Al was trying to bowl a perfect game. Peg ended up bowling a perfect game. It sent him into a spiral, and he had all of these fantasy sequences. And one of them was he was being interviewed by somebody famous because he created the 7-day underwear. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Look, I don't think I could wear those, but the concept of, having the smartphone size pocket is a cool thing. Like, I talked about this on the show a couple of weeks back, that I got a Linus Tech Tips hoodie. I forget what it's a LTT hoodie. Now, I paid $60 for it, but personally it was well worth it. Number one, it's 100% cotton. The hoodie itself is double lined, and when I wear it, it just fits comfortably on me. And there is a smartphone pocket. Now, for the most part, I don't really use that pocket because I'm always wearing an outer jacket or coat. But when it comes to come April through the first week of June, I'll probably just be rocking just that, and that'll be a perfect spot to put my smartphone. So, yeah. And now that we got that all out the way,
yeah, call me when they make these things in my size.
check the website.
You have a link?
They only have small, medium, and large.
No.
There's small, medium, large, and extra large.
Okay, I could have sworn they had
and it's Japan extra large, so that means it's, extra small, small, medium, and large.
No. He's talking about the hoodie that I got.
Oh, the hoodie that you got.
No, I was talking about the pants.
Oh, the pants. Well, they won't fit my fat ass, I'll tell you that right now. Anywho, I think it's time to move along and wrap up the show. So,
yeah.
Here we go. Well, thanks for watching us. Thank you for participating with us tonight. We enjoyed being here, and we enjoy hanging out with y'all tonight. So, if you have any questions about the show, good or bad, drop us a line at podcast@animejamsession.com. Again, podcast@animejamsession.com. Don't forget to visit our website at animejamsession.com, where you will find our weekly podcast, cosplayer tips and tricks, cosplay interviews, links to our YouTube videos, our Facebook photos, anime reviews, and so much more at animejamsession.com. And don't forget, we will be at ZenkaiCon this weekend in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. It's March 25th to the 27th. I have a panel about Twitch and podcasting in Main Events 3. One of our other staffers, La Chocola, has a panel. I think it's panel room 6 about Cons 101. Both start at 6 o'clock. I don't know, but check out either one of us. We would love to support. Now, as we continue along, don't forget you could take our podcast on the go. Any app that you use for listening to podcasts, just search Anime Jam Session and we come right up. Over 500 episodes to check out, so please take a listen. And don't forget to follow us on our social medias, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. It's Anime Jam Session. Follow us on that so you know when we're going live with new episodes. When new episodes are available for download, new podcasts, photos, all that cool stuff. And down below our video stream there is our tip jar. There is a link for our stream elements and Ko-Fi. If you feel so kindly to drop us a few dollars, we appreciate that. You can always cheer and throw us some bits, and we appreciate that too. And you can always auto-host us if you like us, and we'll auto-host you back. It'll be all cool stuff. So now we're going to go around the room. Last words, Ari.
Well, I'm looking forward to Zenkai Con and the Farmer's Market and the Maple Bacon Donuts.
Yes. My last words, I have a bunch of shirts to put away and then I'm going to relax because I have to find one more shirt to buy tomorrow and then I'm golden. And last words, Mako-chan.
I am getting ready for my 8-hour nap.
Okay, you and your eternal slumber. Well, that is it. End of list. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. The whole squad will be here. We'll be talking about Zenkai Con. So please come through and join us and participate so we can tell you how it was in a bit of a post-pandemic world. So, yeah. That's it. End of list. I'm Ranma.
I'm Ari.
And I am Mako-chan.
Great fight. Great night. See you next week.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Say goodnight, Mako-chan.
Good night, Mako-chan.
Perfect. Awesome. That's it. See you next week.
This podcast has been a production of Anime Jam Session and AJS Productions. No fanboys and fangirls were hurt, maimed, shot, electrocuted, or pistol whipped in this episode. For now. The views, opinions, and thoughts expressed on this show do not reflect the staff or the network as a whole. But we're still right, damn it. For transcripts of this episode, start typing. Check us out at animejamsession.com and vognetwork.com for more information about us and other programming. Jamatane!